Hello, welcome to, I think it's episode 4 of The Long Drive. Now, I might skip some little bits of the video instead of doing a voiceover over the full bit, just because I'm a little bit short on time. I've got 40 minutes of videos, I've got about 45 minutes of the video to go through. It would have been 46 if I kept the start bit in, but I'm not doing that. Because it was literally just me selecting, loading stuff. Anyway, I'm going to stop wasting time. I'm going to play the video, and I'm probably going to skip a little bit of the driving stuff where I'm kind of doing nothing. So then I could do it and finish it before 10 o'clock. Get that. I just leave that there. I don't know if that will go off the screen if I just leave it there. Yeah, it does. Okay. So yeah, I think I've mentioned this, that this is episode 4. I'm Player22. Hello. I hope that I can make this entertaining with the time I've got. I filmed this or recorded this, whatever you call it. I think it's recorded because I'm not actually making a film. Oh no, you can say either, can't you? Yeah. But I did this a while ago. Just didn't get around to doing the voiceover. I think I made it like 2 weeks ago. Maybe a week ago actually. It's not that long ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. How many weeks has my channel been up for? My channel's been up for 4 weeks, but then I produced my first video 3 weeks ago. I don't know why I was about to say let's watch the video. You're already watching the video, and I'm already watching the video. I'm doing a voiceover of the video. I'm not watching the video that you're watching. When you're watching a recording of the video, does that mean that you're watching the video that I'm watching? I don't know. I'm just not going to overcomplicate things. I probably will, just not purposely. I think this was a video that I only half enjoyed making, and also did I cut out? I don't think I cut out the bit where I was looking stuff up. Oh no, I did. Yeah, I did. So I can pause stuff while I'm recording it. So I didn't actually record the thing where I was googling stuff. Well, I wasn't using Google, I was using Opera GX. Does that count as googling things because it used Google to get the answer? I don't know. Yeah, this would have been the bit where I cut it out. And then checked if I was still recording, and well, yeah. Checked if it played. Probably just gonna skip the next 2 minutes. I don't think I was doing anything. If I was doing anything, then it would have been a little stop that I went off to, I think. I did go off to a little stop, and I found a tyre there. I didn't take anything except, I might have taken a steak. But I didn't take anything else. been thinking about electric cars for a while. I think that they're a good idea, but we're not ready for them yet. I think that this thing's been pushed back, I don't know when to, so I'm just going to say the date that I was told. That in 2030, people are allowed to manufacture petrol and diesel cars in Britain. They won't be able to. I think, yeah, I was told that it had been pushed back, so I don't know when to. Probably to 2035, which is when the next law came in where we can't do hybrids. And, what was it? Oh, here's the little stop. Petrol and diesel can't be sold. It'll be made, but it's not sold. Well, I don't think Britain's ready for it because the infrastructure isn't good enough. So we can build in places, and people are wanting to build more solar farms and windmills and stuff. But we need to upgrade the wiring, because the wiring can't handle the actual electricity. In fact, I'm pretty sure if we changed out the wiring in a lot of areas, we'd be able to we would be able to get more energy. Well, it's a bit well, I think we'd be able to get more energy. Okay, we get more of the benefit. So the problem with like stuff like solar panels don't really do much at night, so then okay, windmills. But then they take up a lot of space. So we need that extra building space. And I think generally we're going to need a bit more power anyway, and I think from what I've heard it sounds like we can get a bit more power if we upgrade the wiring. And then we need to do that anyway to build more things. So it's not like we can just go on a brownfield site and we're going to build a wind farm here. Well, no, you can't, because it's either we need houses, or it's not big enough because it was designed for a power station, not designed for it's designed for like a small power station. You're not going to be able to fit. Maybe, you can put 2 windmills there, not the 8 or whatever that you want to put there in this space. You can't do that. And it's not like windmills produce power all the time. If they did, I don't think we'd have as much as a problem. Then also there's like an issue of like when the wires hit their limit and stuff, you can't just keep turning off windmills. It's very damaging to windmills doing that repetitively. You can hit the brakes on them every now and then. That's fine. It's a safety thing, but they're really not going to last long. If we stopped them all the time. And, well, we could stop all the time and keep replacing them, but then we have the issue of tax, inflation. It's, yeah, not great. I'm pretty sure that like £380 now in 3 years' time be worse than it's like the equivalent of would be the equivalent of somewhere near £400 or somewhere close to £400. I think it's like 387 or something like that pounds. Now, I might be wrong about that. You definitely want to double check that. I'm just going to skip this bit. So I remember I started going faster, and I'll probably keep that bit in. I think it starts. Actually, I think it starts about here when I start going quite quickly. Yeah, a massive issue with, like, there's not any point really in building more, like, okay, solar panels on houses, it's all like an okay idea. It'll affect stuff, but not quick enough. So like make a proper change and stuff like that. It's not really. It's not good enough change. We kind of need stuff like proper solar farms and windmills. But we don't do anything for it. At least what we can build, we don't. Or the land's not big enough. We need a mix of them, which is a bit of a problem. We need batteries as well, but well, at least we should have a mix of them. A mix of them would probably be the best with some batteries. Because the batteries would be for when it's night time and there's not really any wind.
I am just hungry. I want to eat.
But then we'd have both things because, okay, it's winter. Solar panels are not doing anything if in areas where it gets horribly snowy. Solar panels are now useless for, I don't know, 2 months. Well, I say a month, it doesn't really get that bad in England. Well, it did this year actually, in Sunderland, and I think in Bradford as well. In that kind of snow, you ain't gonna...
Don't run. Everyone has to die sometime. Why not now?
You ain't gonna have...
One leg.
Do the solar panels working? Okay, now you need windmills. And, you know, if there's a few days where there's not really any wind, you've got the solar panels. So batteries, they ain't gonna last forever. So the electric cars, apparently they're having a massive impact on Britain infrastructure. So that's an issue. Yeah, so that's why I think we're not all ready for them. We need the wiring to happen first, and then we can have a slow changeover. Because then we can actually start making some good progress with building stuff. But we ain't gonna make good progress building stuff if we haven't got the wiring right. And I think, yeah, if we start the wiring stuff, if we do a lot of stuff to the wiring now, and this thing does happen by 2030, then it's not gonna be. I don't think that we're gonna have a big enough gap. I think it should be like 2035. It has been pushed back, I don't know when to. But yeah, it should be like 2035, maybe 2040. And then, yeah, we can get a lot of good work done building things. I think it should probably be about 2035 when they maybe start introducing these laws. Because I don't want these laws to be introduced. But that's just because I really love petrol and diesel cars. And it's a good thing because of oil. Oil is a bit of an issue with the petrol and diesel cars. I think, well, actually, it's not. I think about it because people keep saying, it's going to run out in 30 years or something like that. Like my stepdad was told at the time, he was 30, there'd be no oil left in the world, and before he told me this thing, I was told that it'd be 60 years. I'm not gonna tell you anybody's age. But yeah, I was told that it was gonna be 60 years by. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you who by actually either. But yeah. It should have run out by now. From the stuff that we knew a while ago, but then we thought that blood was blue when it was in your body, so another 60 years left. So that's fun. No, it's not fun. So there are things I don't like about. The things I don't like about electric cars can be. Well, it can be changed. Like, the ability to modify them is limited. They're very limited for. You know, like a petrol or a diesel car, you can chuck a turbo in there. And repairing that. Well, okay, there isn't that many. There's quite a few modifications within. I suppose the modifications might not be a problem. They'll probably they don't have a chance to come in for electric cars and stuff. So no, I'm not gonna say stuff about that. The ability to repair them though isn't that great. No, it's not as bad as it. Well, I don't think it's as bad as it could be now. I don't know much about electric cars, so don't just go off what I'm saying. But from what I know, it's hard to repair them compared to a petrol and a diesel car. Yeah. So that's an issue with them. And then I think that overall they're generally better for the environment, but the batteries are still bad. I think batteries is an issue that will be solved eventually. Well, we'll just have long-lasting batteries. The ones in electric cars now are already lasting 15 years. We could probably make them last longer. But we need to. We still need to learn more about them. It's like they didn't have the fastest car in the world in the 1970s, but it was still possible to make cars faster. And so we had the fastest car in the world. I can't remember what it's called. It was around early 2000s. I think it was 2001 that it was made. It's the fastest car in the game. Shift. I think that still holds the world record for speed. Just skip that bit. How am I doing for time? Got 17 minutes left. Right, here's one. In fact, there's one of the bits where I was going crazy really fast, so I guess I'll leave that bit in there. to say something. Oh yeah. I upgraded my PC. I didn't upgrade, I upgraded the power supply. Now I have one of Corsair's RM 1000s. Some people say it's really loud. Will admit that, in some, the loudest I had it. So I've overclocked my GPU. So I think it's using 10% more power. I think it's using 330 watts, but then when it has a power spike, you use an extra 165 on top of that. So 495 watts. So when it's not overclocked, it can only use 450 watts on power spike. But yeah, I got the RX 68. No, the RX 6800. I don't even know what it sent extra power to it. 4. Now think about it, probably go faster than it's going. Because when I was testing it, I was like, okay, well, I'll set it to overclock it by itself. Set overclock GPU by itself, check what speed that goes to. Overclock the RAM by itself, check what speed that goes to with the automatic stuff. But then you can't actually send extra power to the GPU when you're doing that. So anyway, I've overclocked both of them to max them on that thing. Well, I reckon I can go even higher. Thing. Oh, I think that stuff was pretty useless, but I went back to it. But I don't have time for it, so. I didn't really find anything there. It's a bit of water. I'll probably skip some of this as well. Skip a good bit of it. Right, I'm gonna go do my medication. Well, I'm gonna be here and there's gonna be probably about a muted 2 minutes I'll make it. Not a muted 2 minutes, but there won't be any speech for the next 2 minutes. Right, I'm back. I'm probably gonna quietly eat snacks, so I'm gonna mute the mic, and then I'm gonna eat snacks. I might get in a bit more speech, but I don't think I will. Yeah, I'm just going to end the video here. I ended up filming speedometer, so it's ended up slightly off. But yeah, and that's one tip for you, actually. is the power lines always end up on the right side of the road. They're always on the right side, so if you're lost, you come back to the road, you don't know which way you're going. You should be going on the right. The power lines should be on the right side of the road. If there isn't any, then you're screwed. Pretty sure there always is, though. Right, goodbye.